welcome to another episode of Horrible Decisions.
We back, bitch.
I'm your homegirl, or not, or that bitch, or whatever you want to fucking call me. Any motherfucking day of the week, Mandii, B, or all of my AKAs, and you can make up your own if you want. I ain't gonna list the AKAs.
Why not?
I ain't gonna list it because the people watching have their idea of who I am, and so I am whatever you want to call me.
Where does that
There's
come
other
from?
names. I'm whatever you want me to be in your life. You could hate me, you could love me. Either way, I don't give a goddamn rat's ass.
Did someone make you mad today?
No, nobody made me mad.
Did I make
You
you mad
can
today?
hate me.
You
Fuck
can hate me.
no.
Yeah, it just
They
is
love
what
us.
it
They're
is.
here. I'm
No,
Weezy.
yeah, nah. Listen, people like watching train wrecks. People like shit that they don't like at all. Like, I don't like watching fights. You know what I do? Don't turn off when I see a fight. So even when people don't like me, they still gonna tune in. And so for those of you who don't like me or like me, welcome back.
I'm so that confused the fuck out of me.
Wait, like I don't like fights, right? I cringe at fights, but I'm finna watch a fight.
Uh-huh.
I don't like seeing all this. Like, I be mad as hell when there's traffic because of an accident. Guess what I do? Stop and look at the same shit that just made me the fuck mad because now I want to see it. So it's the same. I think it's the same way with podcasts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, things that people do not like. Like, let me bring it to this. Cannot stand certain members of the Real Housewives of multiple franchises. Guess what I do? Still tune in. Knowing I don't like Candace, even though they're making me like her this season. I still tune in even when there's people that I don't like. So it's like that. You know what I mean?
Oh. Well, I hope you like us enough to join our Patreon for $5 a month. And we have Eden, and if you're on the YouTube, you get to see his cutie pie face.
Not the cutie pie.
Wow, what is that supposed to mean?
Because I just feel like you look really cute right now with a little beard, and you got your little, you got the little hoodie denim. We love it.
Thanks.
You know what you actually looking like? Only because like you took my pictures at
wait.
my college graduation. You look like you getting money now. Like you got the way you even cut your hair is different. You don't even look like a full Mexican anymore. Like you look like you could be mixed with black now. It's the haircut. You go to a black barber now, Eden.
No, but he's a Dominican barber. So yeah, you know what? Yes,
Oh, okay,
I do.
it's giving.
No, that's
okay.
yes.
All the niggas go to Dominican
You know?
barbers.
Yeah, you know?
Wow.
You is getting money now, though, ain't you?
I'll say yes.
Go ahead.
I
I'll
think
say
you're
yeah.
also
We're
getting
doing way
older.
better.
You kind of you don't have that little kid face.
Well,
you
she
look-
said you aging like a white man.
No, you look like a man now. You were giving little boy before. Just being real.
Thank you.
You were.
I am
But you know what?
I am a
Confidence,
man.
people can see it in your face. Like when you're feeling confident about the space, like people can read it on you.
I hope so.
Let me tell you about this single white female shit.
What is single white female addicted to retail? What's going on? I don't know. What's going on?
So a little birdie told me about someone that I used to date and someone new that they're dating. And I've hung around her at a few parties once or twice. And I was like, really? Oh, okay. I guess I could see that. So I see the bitch.
Why she got to be a bitch already? Why she can't just be a woman? I saw her.
I saw the lovely lady at a party downtown in LA. First off, her nails were black and white toes, black and white nails. And she also had braids, which I'd never seen her in before. And I was...
This is a white woman with braids?
No, it's a black girl. Single White Female is the movie where a woman saw someone just started copying her, right? So I'm looking at her and I said, okay, girl, when did you start doing that? And she was like, oh, I was just getting back into the black and white shit again. Huh. So I literally said to her, like, I love your braids. Where'd you get them done? And she goes, shamelessly, you're a braider. I said, oh. She's like, yeah, you tagged her. I was like, oh, okay. It was weird. You got the braids. Yeah, you got the nails like me. And I was like, all right, whatever. About 30 minutes later, I started talking to a dude and he's like, yo, I didn't know you host that podcast, Horrible Decisions. I was like, yeah, I do. He was like, oh shit. My homegirl got a sex podcast too. I was like, who? He points to her. Now, from what I know, mind you, I don't care if she hears this. I couldn't believe that this bitch got a sex podcast because I thought she had a different job. Let's just say in media marketing type shit. So I'm like, when did you get a sex podcast? She's like, oh, I recently just started like delving into it. It's just always been something I'm passionate about. In her 30s. And I was like, huh.
Bruh.
Now you're fucking the nigga that I used to fuck. You got a sex podcast, braids, black and white nails. Okay, ho. So now I'm mad because you really just doing this shit in my face. What else? So whatever. We leave.
She's your clone.
It was, bro, when I tell you it was weird, it was fucking weird. So we leave and I see her at this party I be going to. Shout out to Andre Power. I always go to the Link Up in LA.
Fire.
And the bitch is there. Mandii, I'm not even playing. I put on an outfit in my story the night before, all denim, right? Like a Canadian tuxedo. I'm not saying nobody can wear this, but I specifically wore it with like this lacy black bra. Posted it in my stories. The girl was wearing the same outfit. And I was like, what are the odds that this could happen? So now at this point, I'm like, this hoe gonna steal the hair off my head for a DNA sample. But thank God it's not mine. This shit was so fucking weird. So then one of my homegirls at the party was like, you know who this bitch is? I said, who? She said, she's McDowell's, bro. This bitch is the big Mick.
McDowell's?
She's
That's
McDowell's.
hilarious.
And bro, when I tell you, like, flattery is one thing, but like, that shit is fucking weird as fuck. So now I'm kind of irritated, and I'm like, but I'm not going to say anything because it's not like I'm that cool with her.
Yeah.
So we all end up in this VIP section and we start having shots or whatever. And someone asked me if they knew me from somewhere. I'm like, nah, I don't work there. And she's like, don't you work for Kenya Barris? I'm mad cool with him. Yeah, like I was working on a TV show with him a while ago. Oh, it wasn't a sex podcast, bitch? It wasn't a sex podcast? What were you working on and with? What else is it, ho? I was so mad, Mandii, I couldn't even hold it in. I said, what do you do, girl? Do you work for his podcast division also? Do you also host a podcast called Whoreible Decisions? And she looked me dead in the face. I can't stand that shit. Like, here's the thing. I think we need to distinguish sincerely, like, that shit's not cool. I know that the nigga that she's fucking with, I know he peeping that shit because he's definitely talked to me about how people can get weird into in your space. But like, we have to really understand that, yes, you can be flattered by something, but like, you can't carbon copy. Like, that shit is disgusting and it's embarrassing. And now everybody in the room feeling weird as fuck, and I'm feeling weird as fuck. And
Same.
the hoe is saying and talking with her nails, her black and white nails, bro, to where I had to change them the week after. I was so mad. And it only came up to me today because a nigga that I'm texting was like, yo, have you ever met so-and-so? She looks like your twin. Well, she's not. And that's all I have to say.
You guys had a lot to let go this episode, you know, and I'm really proud of you guys.
Oh my God, Eden, shut the fuck up.
Can you imagine, like, you literally just go, like, and the bitch start looking like you? What's next?
She had black and white toes?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's what I was saying. Nails, toes, the same braider. But she was just like, oh, it's a braider. Then I'm starting a sex podcast. What the fuck are you going through, bitch?
Amanda, you never had a clone?
I don't think I paid that much attention to other people. Like,
well, this was a very hard one not to pay attention to.
I mean,
when she's fucking the same nigga that you used to fuck.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why. I mean, I don't know. I don't like if someone cuts their hair and goes blonde. Like, I don't think, oh, they want to be me.
That's just
like,
a haircut. That's just a haircut. It was just black and white nails at one point. I'm sorry. Nigga, no. It was so weird that, like, I'd asked a friend of mine who has a unique look, like, you ever catch niggas doing your little, like, the shit with your hair and shit like that? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, there's a point in time where, like, when there's something unique about you, he's like, I'm not frustrated about it as long as someone will tell me that they like it, whether it be a tattoo or, like, a vibe I'm on, like, something that I'm doing with my look.
You said she used to be a friend, or not really a friend, but an associate.
Just someone I'd go to parties with.
Did she ever compliment you? Like, maybe there was, girl, that's really cute. I like what you're doing over there. Like,
no. I would just see her at places.
Type shit.
No, I just saw her at places. I was like super uncomfortable, and like, I think the other thing that made it weird was like, I wonder if she genuinely just met the dude that I used to fuck, or if
she met him through you in association kind of thing?
Not like, did you know that I used to fuck him and now you started fucking him because I stopped? Like, what the fuck is that? It's fucking weird. But don't get me wrong though, because niggas will do that shit too. They will love to fuck a girl that someone they admire fucks.
That's weird.
But like once it started to the other shit, I know he gotta be sitting there looking at them toes like, bitch, you did not have to, you was red when I met you. And it's fucking weird. And I think like there's the other thing is like, at what point do I made the joke about, are you also my co-host? But like, yeah, I don't know. I'm uncomfortable as fuck. And I just feel like now I can't even give details about the niggas I meet because she gonna be like, let's see.
The next one.
Actor? What I say a few weeks ago? What? What else does he do? Fuck no. This bitch, I'm telling you, it's like, you know when in Broad City, she was into the girl that looked like her?
Yes.
That's what it's giving.
Y'all giving all these references and I do not know none of them.
You didn't know Coming to America McDowell?
McDowell. It was like the
What part?
McDonald's.
Oh, like the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, who the fuck is McDowell?
Yeah, she's a McDowell to me.
Okay. So caught that one real late.
Everybody keeps sending me her pictures talking about, look at the Big Mick. That's what she is.
Damn.
Nah, it's just weird, I guess, when you like stop dating someone and then, you know, we all kind of date someone that used to look like the person. Like that happens, but
I had that phase for a while.
You did? What was your type?
Can I ask you too? Is that something that like when you break up with a girl, do you like go to look and see who they fuck with after you? I don't do that. That's why like, and I know you're just you party so you see these people together.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know who the hell these niggas fuck after me. Another nigga hit me in my goddamn DMs. Canadian boo. He hit me in my shit, checking in on me, followed, got my Instagram back. Okay, that's cool. And let me know he got kids. All the niggas that I used to fuck with before the pandemic, they're all sliding in my DMs, letting me know they're new fathers. And I don't like kids, so I don't know why you in my DMs. Congrats. Hope you're happy. Leave me the fuck alone.
I mean, I guess they're trying to be open.
Even with like them having kids and everyone that I don't give a fuck. I don't look for. I don't ever see. I don't ever
there's
see.
No way for me to find out stuff, dude. Like the niggas I've dated are pretty low key on social. Like I probably wouldn't ever see a girl.
But how did you know? Like
Old Bay's new girl?
Not Old Bay's new girl. Not the one who banned you.
Oh.
How did you know what his new girl looked like?
I met her.
Oh.
Beforehand.
See, that's strange.
Actually, Dave was right there.
Oh shit. The mess.
I met her.
The mess.
But that's the thing though.
You met her and she was like, hi, I'm such and such his girlfriend.
No, he told me the truth.
Oh, okay.
I mean, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. Other than that, how has it happened? I feel like niggas will tell you. Like,
what, if you got a new girl?
I mean, I've just always been in a space where like, with people I've dated to where they're open about a partner or something like that. So maybe if there was a girl from the past, they'll tell me about her or something like that. I've kind of done the same thing, but I haven't really like stumbled on it. But also I'm not in an era where people are like constantly in a world where niggas is constantly posting their relationship. I feel like that's a girl thing to do. So how would I find it?
Let me ask y'all as women. So there have been situations where I've gone to parties where I'm DJing or taking video or something like that, and there'll be a girl that I used to fuck there, right? Do I have to tell my girl that girl was there?
Good question.
Because I feel like the only time I feel like I need to say that is if
she talks to y'all.
If she approached me, like if she said hi to me, that's different. Now she approached me in a manner that I'm like, okay, my girl would not like this.
No, to me, from personally, if she's just in the building and y'all have no interaction, absolutely not. Even if she comes up and says, hey, even if she comes up and requests a goddamn song, I would say yes, only because if your girl's friends or anybody that knows your girl is in the fucking room, that slight interaction can be relayed back differently.
Okay.
A picture can be taken, and even if it just happened for a split second, like literally I would say just so that no one can come to her and tell her something that she doesn't already know.
Right.
I would say literally, if there's any sort of engagement whatsoever to where it could look like something, absolutely tell her.
I agree. I would not want to be in a room where someone's like around and talking and hanging with us and I didn't know. I think that it's just only right. And also like, it saves the bullshit for later, especially if you feel like when your girl realizes that you're an open person, that's really where the trust comes from.
Yeah.
You know, I think the more you share and the more you're open about things, the less you have to hide and the more somebody trusts you. You know what I'm saying? Like being a DJ, Eden, like
That's a thought-ass fucking career, nigga.
It's not easy. Like, you're always out. Everybody's always going to be on your dick.
She's been there sometimes where, like, I've gotten too much attention and I'm just like, hey, yo, my girl right there, and she gonna
okay, so to me then that's I think though a conversation you have with your girl.
Oh yeah, we definitely have,
because she knows your job.
Right.
So I think actually that's something for if a girl dates a celebrity, a DJ, someone who's a party
Socially,
promoter, someone who's socially out there. I think you create a really, really, really bad vibe about you if when I'm out working, the thing that provides and that you don't complain about when we on trips or when I pay the bills or when I take you out, you can't sit here and be mad about the attention. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you've had that conversation because,
Oh, yeah. That was like one of the first conversations I had with my partner. I was like, I got to make sure I settle this base and let things go. Because I've seen a lot of people get in trouble later.
Oh, yeah.
Because they never had that combo.
Oh, yeah. I have to now tell niggas, if you listen to my pod, I'll make it sound like it happened last week. It didn't. Maybe it happened 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. Don't sit here and listen to this goddamn podcast and think I was just up in somebody's booty hole because it wasn't recent. I did it for the podcast, okay?
Yeah. I only fucked him in the ass for my job. I would never have done it otherwise. This is something I have to do. Bro, it's funny because, like, the guy I fucked a few weeks ago, and I think we talked about it with Liz Goldwyn where, like, I just had a one night little fling thing. Mm. And when we were done fucking, he was like, all right, like, what you gonna say about me on the podcast? Because I know it's coming. And I was like,
don't flatter yourself, nigga.
Honey.
Not everyone gets a mention.
Like, I couldn't even believe. Like, the skater nigga.
Now he being brought up. He gonna love it.
Not on some, like, I'm excited about his shit, but, like, the skater nigga I fucked, when I needed a heating pad after he fucked me and I was sitting there with that shit plugged into a wall, I understand that he would think he would be talked about because you're going to. This is consent. I'm letting you know now. Once I saw his dick, I said, oh, this is it. This is a 3-episode dick.
We're talking about this.
But yeah, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, speaking of dicks, I saw some shit on Hollywood Unlocked that was fucking hilarious. So first I'm going to read the article and then I'm going to play you the audio. I don't know if y'all saw this, but there was a man that claims he was rejected from a job because his dick was too big. He had a 9.5-inch dick and he was allegedly rejected from a job because they thought he had an erection during his interview. It was a British television network that featured the man Joe on their show and called it My Massive Cock. And while some people in the series say they don't mind large appendages, others are seeking reduction surgeries. And he, who chose to withhold his name, says that his dick has gotten in the way of a lot of normal things in life and it derailed his career. The scaling is off. It's thicker than my forearm. It's 7 inches around. Now,
God damn.
I'm going to say this. When I saw 9.5 inches, I was like,
big.
That doesn't really sound that crazy.
We just found out Pete Davidson got a 10-inch dick.
7 inches around is crazy. Also, there's a photo. This bulge.
He could have wore some baggier jeans than maybe. If he wore jeans, I don't think a bulge shows.
It looks like he stuffed something in there.
If he wore pants, that would probably show. Sweatpants, absolutely not.
He requires special underwear with a bigger pouch to record. To let everything fit.
That's fair.
And basically said, you're not going to get your job. We thought you were a great candidate, but there was a lot of inappropriate behavior happening. And that was verbatim.
I think that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's fucked up. I think they're ableist.
Really well, but suit trousers are well fitting, very tight. The response I got was, you're not going to get the job. We thought you were a good candidate, but we thought there was inappropriate behavior happening. They thought I had an erection throughout this whole interview.
Bruh. Not the sad music.
Right.
Me and my big dick, it's just like me and my massive cock. It's like really sad. It's really like I can't fuck anybody. It's just too big. It's too large for my hands.
It's like if a girl got her curves and she's wearing something that's mildly tight, but you got curves. Curves is curves.
Like the teacher.
You're not gonna. Right.
I mean, you're not
gonna hire her for her.
You right. You well, no. There have been.
There's been like
there have been petitions by parents.
Stupid.
For curvy teachers to be let go of their jobs.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell you what this is. If I was ugly, I'd sign that motherfucker. You ain't about to, if you gonna let my nigga see this.
What?
Let's just say you got a badass bitch and you know your man is kind of coming home like, why you don't look like Miss Stephanie? Fuck that. Get that hoe out of here.
Your man is not gonna go home and be like, why you can't
But also like The daddy might not even show up. Them niggas don't be showing up for shit. They not going to meet the teacher. Nigga, they might only want to meet the teacher if she look like that, but otherwise, niggas don't be showing up for their kids.
When did you want to go to the PTA meeting? I always loved it. I'm always interested.
I'm there for my child.
Okay. So I want to get into the hors d'oeuvre because I got a text message from a girl I fucked a long time ago. To be honest, I didn't even have her number saved. But shout out to you. I didn't have her number saved because it was just something that like, maybe I deleted it because of Scissors. That's how long ago this was.
Maybe.
But Scissors was crazy. Also, one of her friends watched, sorry. But I be
Noted.
I love you, babe. I be deleting, if I'm dating someone, I try to set a limit to where I won't change my life. But if it's like really fucking with you, fuck them people, it's gone. So this girl wrote me a long ass text about all the things that I did that she loved when I ate her pussy. And one of the things that stuck out to me that I do love is she's like, you would kiss me so long. I remember having to beg you to lick me. And I think that men are so focused sometimes on what to do when they're actually inside of the pussy, what to do with their hands and their mouth. And I would say really treat eating pussy like you're making out.
Yes.
It's like, you don't just blah, blah, blah when you're kissing. Hopefully you don't. You kind of take your time. Like treat the vagina, the lips, the vulva, just like that. I kiss inner thighs. It's a very sensitive area. Kissing the lips slow. Like it takes me a long time to put the tongue in the pussy. Even if I do, it's just like grazing. I almost like part them with my mouth, like with my tongue. But I go super slow. And once I'm in it, then I'm in it. But I've found that it gets me wetter and it gets women wetter.
I only got into like clit sucking like a few years back.
Why?
I don't know. It was requested, which is appreciated by the way.
Wait, you just didn't know?
No, I did not do clit sucking at all. I thought that would be uncomfortable.
Well, if you suck clit,
you saw how she smiled? Go on youtube.com/horrible decisions to see how she
Please, I don't want another Google review with them trying to fuck Wolf. We're not talking about
Wolf.
clit.
They be like, man, what's Wolf at name in the comments? They be like, oh, he in the room? Where he at? Hey, come on to YouTube real quick. Come say hi to the people.
Come on, Wolf.
You not finna come?
Come on, wow.
Come on, Wolf.
That's crazy.
Wolf, you not finna come over here and be
It's okay.
eye candy for us.
I'll put his ad in the description.
Come on,
Wolf, can you fix the mic?
There we go. Let me not objectify you. Let me put you to work.
We should all go around and give either our best eating pussy tip or one that has been told to us.
Suck the clit.
Suck the clit.
Suck the clit, definitely.
Not too hard. I don't like it too hard.
Yeah,
make out with the pussy.
Do like,
do some thigh action.
Right. When you, especially grabbing the thighs.
Yeah.
I love when somebody got my fucking ass like in their hands and they're like, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, I'm very visual and I've been using a lot of toys. So I would say if you're a woman like myself who enjoys penetration, even if like you bring out a dildo and have him use the dildo instead of his fingers and eat you at the same time, like it's again my fantasy of having two partners. If I'm getting fucked, I also want my pussy ate. So like to be getting penetrated with the dildo at the same time.
Dudes seem to be okay with using a vibrator, but for some reason I feel like dildo throws men off.
Not the men I fuck.
Would you
They're
eat
confident.
pussy? Raise of hands in the room. No one knows who's in this room. Raise your hands if you would eat a pussy with a dildo in it.
I love this.
All right. You're the only freak, Betty.
Wow.
I love this. But you know what? To me, a vibrator is for my clit. I don't want a vibrator on my puss.
But that's what I'm saying. I think for some reason, holding a dick to a man, like, because in their head it's another dick.
It is a little.
But there's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many dildos. You know what? If you're an insecure man listening to this pod, and
she called
oh
you
yes,
out.
oh yes, I'm calling you out. Yes, you right there who wouldn't come out on camera. If you're insecure, that's the thing about a dildo, right? It doesn't have to look like a dick. And what's crazy is there's some now that are literally just cylindrical.
Yeah.
Or because niggas is childish, I have seen dildos that look like an eggplant. They're like the emojis. There's bananas. There's things that are just like, they look like food or they look like a hot dog.
This is some New York nigga shit. I don't know motherfucking dick in your pussy. You crazy. The fuck out of here.
I'm going to put an eggplant though. Like,
hey,
you know
what's
what I mean?
the nigga that was in here with the Hennessy bottle and the Spider-Man and the Timbs?
Yeah, Spider Cuz.
Oh yeah, I know that nigga ain't doing it. That's the most New York mother. Have you seen him?
No.
He's a Crip Spider-Man.
So the sidewalk
Spider-Man,
NYC
Spider-Man
videos.
wears red.
No, I know, but he got.
I'm confused, and he is too. Is his whole suit blue? Because Spider-Man be banging.
Wait, was he a good guest? Would he be a good guest?
Yeah, he would be a funny. He was good. Guest. Yeah, he'd be a funny.
Wait, but he probably don't even use a dildo. I don't want that nigga on the pod to talk about how he
keep it sturdy in a pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Ew.
I'm gonna ask if he's changed the colors on his suit.
Bitch, I know front. I be missing them niggas in LA. I really be missing I'm really happy to be there, and I really enjoy my time, and I'm right down the middle, so it's best of both worlds. But right toward them last few days of LA, I miss niggas talking to me crazy. I'm sorry. I'm not saying being objectified is for everybody, but I do like it. I was in Brooklyn yesterday, and man, I got on the train, and a nigga called me an angel. Who's doing that in LA? Nobody. They're not.
An angel's good, right?
He's like, you a fucking angel, mama. I was like,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm gonna fly away now.
God bless you, mom.
Does anyone else have a pussy eating tip that they've heard? You said clit sucking.
I'll just say, I know I already said clit sucking, but I'll just say, guys, a toy is your partner, not your competitor.
Thank you, Eden. I appreciate that.
That's it.
Good for you.
Simple.
Thank you. Teach me some things.
Over there?
But I ain't holding
no pussy? Dick, oh, yeah.
I'm not the only one that eats pussy back here. What's going on? Don't forget to breathe.
Don't forget to breathe. All right.
We know y'all niggas passing out.
You don't have to breathe when you're down there.
You just suffocate yourself in it.
Words from Wolf the Wise.
Yeah, Wolf the Wise.
All right. Does anyone in here, you have siblings? Eden, you do?
Yes.
Okay, I don't. Here for the horrible decision today is our home mail. Let's get into some brother-sister loving.
Whoa.
No, we are not doing incest on the podcast.
It's not incest.
But...
Oh, because it's stepbrother, stepsister?
Oh, no.
Hi, Mandii and Weezy. Love the pod and the empowerment you both exude and bring to other people. I know you both were saying that you don't want to give threesome advice anymore, but this is a little different.
Oh, God.
Last weekend, I went to hang out with a guy that I've been talking to for a while on Tinder. For reference, I'm 27. And the guy I was talking to was 52. The day I was supposed to go over his house to meet for drinks, he had sent me a text that said his sister was in town, and he sent me a photo of her. Initially, I did think it was kind of weird and random that he would send me a picture, but I replied saying she was pretty, and I asked what they were up to. He responded and told me that she thought I was pretty too. Please.
Oh, he was planning this shit.
Please keep in mind that I am pretty far on the straight side of the spectrum, not even doing more than a peck with another woman on the lips. After a little bit more talking, he asked if I would be okay if his sister hung out with us too. Of course, I don't want to be rude, so I said, yeah, that's fine, even though I was somewhat uncomfortable meeting his sister the first night that I'm meeting him. Because again, they were meeting on Tinder. So I drive to his house, meet him and his sister, and we proceed to take shots, do some lines, eat some shrooms. After a little bit, the sister and the guy I'm talking to informed me that they aren't blood related, but she was adopted. She's the same age as me, 27. And after hearing this info, they both get into the pool naked and invite me to join. Me already being fucked up, I said, fuck it, got naked, got in the pool. Yeah. After a while in the pool, they both started touching on me, kissing on my body. I let it go a little further before stopping because I kept overthinking about the fact that they were brother and sister. They invited me back over, but I'm not sure if it's too weird having my first threesome and my first girl-on-girl experience with a brother and sister. Please give me insight on what you think. SOS.
So I think two things. One being this is okay. One being this is absolutely weird. Here's why. They are not blood related.
Okay.
And so because of the adoption, I actually don't think they're brother. I would be fine with not identifying them as brother and sister. However, because of the age difference.
It's not even step, but it's also
no, it's adoption. However, because of the age difference, how I would look at it is that he's a sick fuck who groomed and manipulated this young girl to being this way.
I was thinking of Woody Allen.
Because being 52, the sister that was adopted being 27, who knows when this relationship started. But to me, it reads more like this is a sick fuck. Like outside of the age difference, this being his sister that was adopted, I would just be curious when this began.
Right.
And I would look at him weird.
Like when what began? Like the adoption or
this
sexual relationship with her.
And because he's so much older, to me it sounds more like grooming. Like he stepped in and did shit that he shouldn't have been doing as a quote unquote brother. I would be completely turned off with him, not with their situation, but just looking into, this nigga a freak fuck.
So I brought up Woody Allen because when I was reading it, I thought about Woody Allen. Yeah. So if no one's familiar, there's a documentary. I think it's called Pharaoh something, but basically Mia Farrow.
It's on Netflix. Or
no, HBO.
Oh.
Mia Farrow's a woman that dated, they might have more though.
Allen versus Farrow.
Allen versus Farrow. Thank you. That was a court case. So Mia Farrow is an actress. So is Woody Allen. He's made some of the best movies ever, but he's a sick fuck. So Mia Farrow adopted all these kids. One of them being, what's her name? Jinyi Suyi. Or am I thinking of Rush Hour?
No, that's Soo Young. But that's
Soo Young. But anyway, he grew up with this girl and was her stepfather, so to speak. She did exist before with Mia Farrow.
And it was Soon-Yi. Yeah,
Soon-Yi.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So long story short, he is now married to her today. Right. I'm not going to get into detail about the documentary. It was sick. But to me, I just don't see how you get to marriage of your wife's adopted child without grooming that relationship the whole time.
Yep.
Mia Farrow in the documentary talks about how she found pictures of Soon-Yi, like Polaroids naked, asked her who took them, and it was him, of course, and like some wild shit. But I just can't understand growing up together in that way. Here's the other thing. He's 52, she's 27. There's probably a chance they never grew up in the same house. And to me, that's still sick because your family members took in this child.
The trusted relationship.
Yeah.
Is
There's so much pussy everywhere.
Yeah, I say that all the time.
But here's the other thing too. I think situations like this happen because being bad feels really good. Like to both people, right? Whether it be you fucking a coworker, you fucking, I don't know, one of your man's friends. Like
being bad feels really good when it's consensual. However, when there's grooming taking place where someone is significantly younger and looks up to this person as a father figure, to me, it more so creates the dynamic of like what Harvey Weinstein did. Like you're a person of power, you're a person of influence. You're also someone at one point could punish me, could stop me from doing things I had to ask permission for. And so to me, that takes away from both people being bad in this instance, only because she was young when they met.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's hot or anything like that, but I think this is where all that shit, like, it's under that umbrella. Like, there's so many things that are taboo, and this is one of those that just unfortunately cross the line.
If she was like 37, would that make a difference?
He's 52. To me, there would still be grooming that happened.
47.
No, because then they're 4 years apart.
That one can. Right.
Yeah, I think they're just young, two young girls makes it weird. So that's a hard no for me. And also, if you want to have a threesome, girl, they are, trust me, they on there. And I know you know they on Tinder, and you could probably get somebody hotter anyway. So here's another one. Hi, Mandii and Weezy. My name is and I'm from DC.
Oh,
sorry.
Says don't read
says,
that.
Please skip that part. My
okay,
bad.
I got you.
Just bleep. I just don't understand. Bitch, why are you telling us then?
Say it at the end.
I love y'all both so much. My whole mail is long, so I'll keep it to the point. Please don't judge me. Bitch, this is not to the point. A quick backstory to help you understand how I got to where I am now. 32, married with a 1-year-old son. Married for 3 years, and we've dated 8 years prior to marriage. When we met, we were 21. Our sex life has always been lacking, but I still married him. Over the years, I've always expressed to him my desire for better sex. I will admit that he tries, but it's never what I need. At this point, I have sex with him solely for his pleasure. Now skip to the good part. November 2021, solo vacation in Hawaii. I meet a man while strolling on the beach at night. Ooh, bitch, that sounds like something I would do.
I was reading this one.
6'2", slim, and light skin. He approached me and we shared small talk. He mentioned the ring on my finger, and I told him I was married without hesitation. He told me his age. He's 42, I'm 32. We talked a bit, smoked a joint on the beach, nothing serious. I had a few nights on vacay, and he offered to send me a list of places I should check out before leaving. We exchanged numbers, and that night he sent the list. After returning back home, I got a call from him, and over the next week or two, we spent hours and hours on the phone. Everything talking about, including sex, fantasies, kinks, how I like to be fucked, how do I get my pussy ate. And I told him how dry my sex life was, and he assured me he could fulfill all of my desires with ease. A month later, he flew out to see me, stayed a whole week. We had euphoric sex, the best sex I've ever had in my life. He made me orgasm multiple times, and it was the first time I've ever orgasmed. Mind you, she said she'd been with her man husband 8 years before.
And I read this shit. Mm-hmm.
And
Trife.
they ain't here, Mandy. Damn.
Keep going.
We even did anal. It was also my first time doing anal. And oh my God, I loved it. Every minute, every second, I loved it all. He took his time. He was gentle. He talked to me. He knew when to go hard. He was perfect. And I felt like he knew my body inside out. After the sex, I felt glued to him. I didn't want him to leave. I was ready to throw everything away and tell my baby he got a new stepdaddy. Just kidding, but not really. Woof. Skip to 10 months later.
Oh, God.
He's come back to visit me 2 more times, a total of 3 times this year, and he stays no less than 1 week. And the last time he came to visit in July, my husband was out of town on a work trip, so he stayed with me at our home. I'm crazy, I know. We have literally become the best of friends. We talk, send pictures, sexy and normal ones, and next month I'm going to Hawaii to see him. This will mark 1 year since we first met. I like him a lot. I've even told him I love him because I really do. He said it back, not saying I'm in love, but I do definitely love him. He's met my son.
Bro.
On several occasions.
I'm saying. I told you.
Thank God my son doesn't talk in full sentences yet, so I don't have to worry about telling his dad. I could use some advice.
Ain't this trifling, bro? I wasn't even going to read this goddamn whole mail. That's what I think of you. You can keep going.
As someone who's been cheated on a lot, like...
That's the reality.
Should I continue seeing Mr. Hawaii? At this point, we're 2 friends who happen to have amazing sex.
Friends.
Bitch, please.
Friends.
I have no intention of leaving my husband now or anytime soon. We co-parent very well, and I like having him around to split responsibilities. You're a cunt for saying that.
That's fucked up.
The only issue, which is a big one, is to spark our sex life, the intimacy, the connection. What do you ladies think? Any advice? Please don't say marriage counseling. I'd love to hear. Well, I don't know if Mandii has ever been cheated on like I have, but I will tell you this. Reading that was so fucked up, and you sound like Maggie. Maggie.
It's Emma.
God, here we go.
I said it's Emma.
Do you remember who Maggie is?
Yeah. Emily, right?
Maggie.
No, that's a different bitch.
Oh.
Maggie is the fucking woman. Old, white, married bitch.
I thought that was Sarah.
Look at you. I hate you.
Her name is Maggie, and she lives in Australia. And she was dating Old Bay, what she thought was dating. She would say, I love you, buy him a bunch of shit. Maybe you're not buying him shit, but just over the top. And I remember seeing a text message. She said, Old Bay talking about how she was going to bring her husband's GoPro when they went to Bali. Like, she's a fucking asshole.
The GoPro's
and had the nerve
though.
to call me ratchet. We'll never forget that.
Oh, yeah.
Honey, babe, boo, no. But I bring her up because I'm assuming you listen to Horrible Decisions and you've heard how badly I've talked about someone who's married and doing this. And like, I don't even know if she would be as bad to bring Old Bay around her children, but I think that for you to even say you like splitting responsibilities with your husband is so selfish and fucked up. And like, I'm not going to ride your ass too crazy about this because I feel like sometimes I get a little too mean, but that was probably one of the worst emails we've ever been sent. Like,
wow, really?
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna read it. When I got down to the bottom and she said, "Should I continue seeing Mr. Hawaii?" It's like, girl, what?
I think you need to leave your husband because I think you're wasting his time.
Oh well, yeah,
100%.
Because here's the thing: you asked us if you could continue seeing him. You love your husband. You're not ready to leave him.
But because they split
you got a lot of fucking nerve.
Yeah,
I'm not ready to leave him. Well, why don't you tell him what you're doing and see what he wants to do?
Man,
we talk about this to me the same, and I'm not going to bring it all the way there, but I believe in giving people a choice. You're not even giving your husband a choice whether this is something he would be open to. And so if this is something where you're pretty much probably going to keep, first off, this is a year-long relationship now, not a friendship. A relationship.
She's not going to leave him, by the way.
But to me,
she's not going to stop fucking him.
To me, you've also violated by bringing him around your child and into your home.
Into your home.
That is nuts. So to me, you're a piece of shit.
I'm curious.
And I hope he finds out. I hope he finds out on like the Ring camera, like the coach got caught. I hope your husband hire a detective.
Bro, I got rings and blinks. I got all that shit in my shit. Fuck that.
You've been the other woman before, Mandii. Right?
But I ain't doing this. Oh, a nigga has never brought me to his home. I'm not doing that. I'm not laying up and fucking you in the bed that you and your wife fucking. I'm not walking into a home seeing pictures of y'all together. Kid?
I feel like you have.
You've met their wife. I feel like you've talked about that.
I met the wife. Yeah.
Where does the line?
I mean, we were out in the open and it was raining at the football game, and my nigga didn't want me to be in the rain, so he said, "You got to come up to the suite, chill with my niggas, and be with my niggas." And everyone was in the suite. Okay, and the wife was there. Yes.
Bro, hook me up with another suite. That's a dog ass nigga. You got a bunch of.
Oh yeah, he said, "Well, you gonna be in the suite with my friends?" And just, I was with his friends.
I don't know. You still there though?
I was there, but I wasn't in their private home.
Like, that's different.
They like none of
that nigga stayed there for a week. That's crazy.
But also, I don't even like kids, so niggas don't have to bring their kids around me. I don't even be knowing how many they have. I don't ask. That's not what my relationship normally is with anyone married or in a relationship, or like I don't get involved with family matters. I don't ask about their kid's birthday. I don't be knowing the sex. My homegirl was like, "Girl, you saw it was such and such kid's birthday," and I said, "Really? Oh, I didn't even know he got kids."
Let's also think of reality. You need to snap back into reality. So let's make the reality happen for you, babe. He lives in Hawaii. You live in DC. Hawaii, by the way, have you been yet?
No.
That shit far as fuck, dog.
Oh, no, it's 10 hours.
That shit 6 hours from LA, okay? That shit far as hell. And I only went to Hawaii on that Valentine's Day because I was in a fight with Old Bay, and I was like, fuck it, I'm already on the West Coast. That shit far as fuck. And I know you know this because you probably be waiting on your nigga to come get you. But what is the reality of you even having a stable relationship for your child and that child's father if you're just going to up and move to Hawaii? Because if I live in Hawaii, why the fuck would I move to DC? So I'm sure it's nice for him to just go and fuck you whenever he feels like getting away and being back in the mainland.
I mean, that's also probably why he's staying in DC for the week long that he is, because bitch, it took him 11 hours to get to you. Like, that's also why he's even staying that length of time. No one wants to fly that long.
It's easier to date somebody in London or Paris for you. Like, that's how far Hawaii is. So Hawaii, whatever. But all I'm saying is, like, he probably isn't going to leave Hawaii. So what are you going to do? Uproot your whole fucking life to be around a nigga you've been around for, 4 times in total? Now, and you're also romanticizing this relationship to the core, right?
I also know we're dragging you. So I'm going to play devil's advocate real quick.
Please.
I 100% fully support this relationship if he looks like Jason Momoa. Just saying, because I'm shallow, and if that nigga looks like him, I understand, sis.
Okay,
I just want to play devil's advocate here, okay?
I want to see what he looks like. We are dragging you, but I don't know if you're a patron. I still want you to listen, and I want you to send us what he looks like, because that would also help me for this. Actually, let me write her back.
Is it not just okay? So that relationship she has with her husband,
yeah,
it's soiled, right?
Wait,
for sure.
Like, hold on, she has an update.
Oh, ready?
Whoa.
Oh, it's a big
update. What's the update? Is it any good? She got caught? If she ain't get caught, I want to hear how she just fucked him again.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, I kind of want to hear her. She's already in deep into it. Might as well just keep going.
Over the following weeks, we've spent so many hours on the phone.
See?
Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. My husband never asked me these questions.
Oh.
Most answers he has to squeeze out of me. I feel so deprived of my orgasms. I want nothing less. Not to mention this nigga put his dick in my ass. I know I'm a piece of shit. I think about it every day. I think about what I've done. I don't want to cheat on my husband, and I do need bomb sex. I don't think my husband are on the same level sexually. I mean, what could I do?
Divorce that nigga, sis.
Would you see him again just for sex? Please don't.
Bro, that ain't an update, bro. She still want to know. So can I still see this nigga from Hawaii?
Damn, bitch, you struggling, girl.
Because she knows she raggedy.
Wow. I was browsing your podcast on Spotify 2 weeks ago, and I am in love. So how you gonna say you're in love, but it's just the sex?
She lying.
You're not doing a good case, bro.
Y'all been dickmatized.
You're not building a good case. Like you need to. You must be a Pisces too, because I romanticize everything. If I meet someone for 5 minutes, I think about what our kids is gonna look like. I don't know if anyone else does this, but
I absolutely do not.
It has to be a Pisces thing. Like it has to. Like you are really romanticizing this shit. You can't separate the dick at all. You're not doing it. You started with "I'm in love" in all caps in your new message. And also like the desperation, that's no shade saying desperate. I'd be desperate for dick too. Around figuring out what to do means He's probably consuming your mind. At this point, I don't even know how you can continue being a good mom if your focus is so far on the dick that you got this nigga in the house.
That's nuts. It's only because her kid can't form sentences yet.
It's just very shameless. And like,
I'm just saying.
I think when the morality gets to us, like, here's the thing. I'm sure I've done things I'm not proud of. And I look back and I'm like, why did I fuck that nigga? But the thing is, like, we're adults now and we have to recognize when we do something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be something small like drinking too much, or even the other day, I drive only in LA, right? I knew I had a few too many drinks and I was like, I'm only 8 minutes away from home. And I was like, nigga, let me just leave the car. Like, you at some point gotta just leave the dick.
Oh, no.
Or leave your husband. But I really think leaving your husband is the appropriate thing to do because all you're gonna do is remember and fantasize about this nigga. And it's just not going to let you go. And this man has given you how many years?
And if this kid can't even form sentences, imagine if you're trying to be for that kid long term and with your husband long term.
Oh, yeah, that kid going to be saying 2 + 2. Jello. That's going to be your child. We going to call you Jello Mama. But keep telling us what's going on and send me a picture.
What would have been the healthier alternative?
Let's say to just break up with your partner.
That's
like
it.
Fucking on vacation was the alternative.
But before
leave it.
But before he started coming and you started this long withstanding relationship, there should have been a communication. There should have been a conversation that you weren't sexually pleased.
Right.
What are our options? Because maybe it would have been if he's busy or just not that much into sex, he possibly would have said, maybe I'll have to meet him. Or you know what? Maybe we'll do the sex club. Maybe we'll swing. There's so many alternatives now that, again, you took the choice away from him.
A lot of communities that you could just be a part of.
There are.
There's
a lot of healthy ways to get your rocks off without cheating. And if you've listened to this podcast, we thought we've given you enough options, bitch. You didn't have to motherfucking cheat on the nigga. We say that should be the last resort.
Damn, I just looked her up on LinkedIn. I just wanted to see what she looked like. She looks like a really nice person. That's what makes it worse.
Oh.
She does look like a nice person.
I mean,
I wish she'd looked a little more hoish. Anyway. All right. Next toenail. So I think this is super basic and I won't be asking the men in the room for pussy eating tips, but I feel like y'all can do this one, okay? Love this subject. I'm not in the streets, but I am on the sidewalk.
Love it.
I fucking love this podcast. It's view broadening, hilarious, empowering, informative, and even though y'all be out of pocket. I'm grateful to have shown what's possible. I'm grateful to have been shown what's possible for romantic, sexual, and platonic relationships. I'm over 7 months out of a beautiful relationship. Just moved to a new city, so I'm ready to be on the sidewalk. Not the streets because I'm celibate, but the sidewalk because I do want to date and potentially explore my sexuality with women and make out a lot. I definitely could use some flirting tips and how to approach someone respectfully, but still in a flirty way. Also, if you are all moving to a new city, other than dating apps and school and work, how do you meet and go about meeting and finding the type of person you want to date? I would love to see some tips on how to keep a popping social life. I look forward to hearing your input. So I got a quick tip on where to meet people. A few weeks ago, I talked about an actor that I met that I kept seeing at parties and different premieres. And I met him at the flea market. And one of the things he said to me when we were leaving each other was, I love that I got to meet you in this space. Like you just going about your Sunday. And he was like, because that's really what it is. Like, I went to the vegan market yesterday. Like, it was cool to meet somebody there. Like, I love being able to meet you in your element because I know I've seen you other places, but I got to meet you in your element. And one of the last conversations I had with Old Bay actually months ago was something where I made a joke about being on Raya and how I hated the dating app. And he's like, you're probably going to meet someone when you're at the gym or out shopping, like just being yourself is where you're going to meet them. And I really do think that's true. Yeah, I'm not opposed to bars, by the way, or anything or whatever, but I do think like, I myself has put a lot of pressure on every time I go out. I'm like, where's this nigga at?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I get that. Yeah, you definitely. I tell my friends that all the time. They always get afraid of like going to bars or clubs to meet people. For me, that's probably has been a thing. But for other people, I feel like it's been like a go to the library, go to a fucking community event.
Don't go to the library and be loud.
Isn't that a biblioteca?
Don't be loud.
Be quiet.
Oh my God, you remember that MTV show?
What?
Yeah,
Silent Library.
Yeah.
Where do you say meeting people?
I mean, I met my whole ex on Zoom, so I don't know where the fuck.
Living your life.
Yeah.
I mean, in COVID world. I don't think like the normal person meets a person on Zoom. That was definitely a COVID love story. But it's weird. Even Black Jesus, I met at a party. I mean, I guess that was my element, even though I didn't even know I was gonna go. I don't know, because I've still met a lot of niggas still like on Instagram. That's still the dating app of my choice.
I've never meet guys
Instagram
there.
is where a lot of like my exes have come from. I've met niggas through fucking with their teammates. I'm the awful way to meet somebody.
Wait,
like,
where have y'all met the last woman you've dated? Tell us that.
Friends
To me is very common too. Yes.
Where'd you meet her? The last person you dated? You. At a bar?
Yeah.
What about you?
Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, to me, friends is common.
What's your Instagram look like, bitch? Hey, send your Instagram through after you watch this episode, and I'm gonna help you get your this is her pick.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's really important too.
And flirting tips for women. So I would say not being abrasive with women.
It worked for me. I went up right to him, Black Jesus, and I
for
said,
women. She's asking about women.
Oh, she wants to know about women?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm abrasive with them too. I send them a drink and like let them know I'm interested. Like to me that I actually want a more abrasive woman. I don't want you to flirt like we friends because now I'm not catching. Are you just looking for someone to talk to?
She talks about how she just wants to make out and kick it.
But my point with women, I don't know if you even like women enough for me to advance. So to me, if you're specifically looking for women, make it be known that you're really interested in women. Don't come up to me with friendly conversation. Like when you shy away in letting me know specifically that you're into women, I can't catch the vibe at all. And so to me, where maybe some people call it abrasive, I let women know out the gate that I'm interested in a woman. And that's been my hardest part about dating women altogether. Like I feel teased by women a lot. And so to me, in terms of approaching a woman, I'm going to let you know I'm interested in that way.
So I think for her, because she's not somebody that she's exploring women, you've got to kind of go like, and also like, here's two different perspectives, right? Mandii approaches women that way and enjoys women her approaching that way. For me, that doesn't work for me. I really do not like when girls be too headstrong with me because and this is again, my preference. I don't really like aggressive women, period. I like really masked niggas and I like really femmes. So when, and you're femme to me, like I don't think you're like some butch bitch or anything like that, but I have the same energy as you, right? Like I'm a dominant person, but I do like when girls are a little more girly with me. I think that there's, just like you would flirt with a guy, flirt the same way, whether it be twirling your hair or saying something they're wearing is cute, like be light, be dainty, if that's the way you're going to go about it. And whichever one of those two perspectives feel like the one you can lean in with the most, then use one of those. Because it's really hard to not be yourself when flirting.
Right.
Like I've definitely lost out on men because I'm a little too goofy, but just those are the niggas that ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? When I flirt with niggas, it's definitely me saying something funny or just, I've even went up to dudes and tell me like, I really don't know how to flirt, but I just want to keep this going. So you go next.
Yeah.
And they be with it too.
Oh no, I'm really big with compliments and flattery. Like I said, like with Black Jesus, walked right up to him and I was like, why are you too fine to be here? Like, what are you actually doing here? Please. And like with women, I'll let them know as well. Like, I think you are absolutely gorgeous. I did that.
Giving a compliment is great.
I did that with the girl that I ended up unicorning with in the couple. She was the person who I approached in that setting. I was like, I just think you're beautiful. And I saw you all the way from the boat.
To? Give us an update.
I just haven't seen them because I'm, back, I be talking to other people.
Yeah, you heard that. You heard that stumble.
So
his name is Zoom.
I talk to other people. So I've just been, I'm not in a place now where I want to play that role and be a unicorn for a couple. So I've just been in my own little world, focused on work and friends.
Okay. Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode and you really want some more, go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Whoreible Decisions. Every month we do a town hall on there for our $15 and up patrons. We also got a Discord. We send merch on there. And for $5, you can just listen to our audio. I was going to say, if you enjoy our solo episodes and you've missed us just being in the room alone, Patreon is definitely where you can get that kink if you're into it. Eden, would you like to have them come your way as well since they got to look at you? Oh, he's taken.
Sure.
He's taken.
But you can still hit me up, like, in a good way, platonically.
Ooh.
Babe, I'm sorry. Thank you, Eden, wherever you want to see me.
Come on, thank you, Eden. Thank you, Eden. Ooh. And y'all, this has been yet another episode of Whoreible Decisions. Bye.
Bye.